Tanya with Red Cardinal Crafts, and today I'm going to put some signatures together for a journal that I want to make about my childhood. My sister and I couldn't go home last year because of COVID, and her and I had to go through all of Mom and Dad's things through FaceTime, and she filled a bin for me with so many cool things that Mom and Dad had kept over the years. There's birthday cards from when I was little, and they're like all like 1970s vibes to them. They kept all my report cards from kindergarten to grade 12. She even kept one of my paper towel notes. So in the kitchen, we never had a pad of paper laying around, which is strange because Mom worked for a stationery company at one point. We used to write on paper towel, and she kept one of the paper towel notes. So I have that, and these are all the things that I want to put together in a journal. So I did put one of the signatures together so far, and today I'm going to put another one together and show you, and I'm going to have 3 in total at this point. But let me show you what I did yesterday. I made all this tea-dyed paper. And I'm not putting any of this in the signatures, but I probably will use some of this somehow in the journal. But I just used, I'll show you the videos I did yesterday. So I just took this plastic bin and I filled it with hot water, like boiling water, and about 12 tea bags. The first night I used chamomile tea and I let the paper soak overnight, and the results, it turned out really light. And then yesterday I used black tea, and the black tea, I only had to leave it for a few hours and it got really good results. And then I just laid everything out on beach towels. I put them all over the kitchen floor, and the results were really good. I just put the fan on and just let it dry, and it took a few hours, but everything was dry. And now I have this entire bin. So just to show you, this is a sample. Well, this one kind of ripped when I picked it up, but this is a sample of the black tea, and this is when I did the chamomile tea. So it's dyed, but not very much. So the black tea really worked. And all I did was I just took apart a composition notebook that I had from the dollar store. I went to the dollar store yesterday and got this. This is just a writing tablet or writing pad. And those papers turned out pretty good too. Very crinkly and old. And I ended up getting some recipe cards in bright colors. I just wanted to see what those would do. And just the way they were laying on each other, some of the color like wore off onto them and stained them. I did tags. Tags turned out really good. I got those from the dollar store. They were white. So those are done. And then I also opened up the tea bags, and I'm going to use these to do a thing with some playing cards. So I thought that would be fun. But yeah, this was a lot of fun yesterday, but it is a lot of work. And so I just want to shout out to Louise again and thank her for sending me all that stuff. So let me flip the camera around and let's put some signatures together. All right, let's go. Okay, so I have 2 signatures done already. This one is stitched together, this one is not, and I'll just show you what they're like. So this first one, I did those big storybook pages that I had. I put an envelope in here. This is what the envelope looks like, great big one. So I just punched a hole. I took a sliver of paper off the edge there, and it opened it up for the top, so this could be a pocket. And then it opened this part, but I wanted a side pocket, so I just glued that part closed. Then I have some more book pages, a folder, a little Winnie the Pooh there. I don't really like these illustrations, but I liked the ones on this side, and I wanted this to be a double spread with the mice and the pie and everything. And then but I'll be covering stuff up with, you know, pockets and everything else. That's the rest of the pocket. And then this picture here. So that's the first one. The second one looks like this. So what I did instead was, instead of having the book page illustration on the inside, I flipped it and put it on the outside for this one. So when the book is put together, my journal's put together, you'll see this together. And then we have Dorothy, the Wizard of Oz, another one of those colorful book pages. We've got some Mary Poppins. I used a folder, more Mary Poppins. and I liked this together, so I put that as a center spread. This one I don't really care for any of this, but I'll cover those up with things. And I didn't care for it, but then Mary Poppins was on the other side, and I thought that was cute. So sometimes you get pages that you want, and sometimes you don't. And then this one with the deer, and this was the other part of the Wizard of Oz page, and then it ends like this. So I'm going to be conscious of this when I go to put my next signature, and I'm going to make sure it has some words. So let's get out more of the illustrations. This one's really cute. And it's rough on this side, so that could be my word side. And which other one do we like? Oh, am I almost out? Because this is the same as that one, but these two could go together. Alrighty. And then what I did was I cut up one of the book pages that I didn't really care for. This one with the bears and the boat. So I could use that as my binding. So I just have a 2-inch wide strip of paper, and it's the same length as the book pages. So I'm just going to put this on half of the strip and put this one on the other half of the strip, like that. And normally I would put an extra strip on the inside, like on these ones here. Like that's an extra little book page. I did it on both sides, but I'm running out of those. I'm running out of the book pages, so this one is fine. And sometimes I show the colorful side out, and sometimes I don't. You just slap it together. All right, so here's our 2 book pages for now, and I did say I was leaving this one with the lettering out because this signature ends with an illustration. And when you open it up, I don't want these two right next to each other. I want some different book pages. So I have some more of these, and I have some smaller book pages. I like the little deer, that's cute, and blue jays. So I can do those too. I need some of this shorter book to do a scene. Oh, I have a scrap here. Here we go. So I just use some of the same book to, I use some of the same book to make like little strips like this for the binding. This can be page 2. I put this one together in the other book and I didn't end up using it, so that could go here. So that's our third one. And then we could put this one here. 4. We could do another folder. I have this kind. It's a little long, but that's fine. We can trim it. I don't want it the same height as that one. Just cut it off here. And how much wider is it? Very wide. got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I like these images. They're very 70s to me. I'll use this one because Peter's eyes are all jacked up in this one. What is going on there, Peter? This one can go there. And it's coming apart. Actually, this one I think I will put another strip. As I'm doing this last one, a little update on my daughters. They're doing well. They're coming home next week for Thanksgiving. Canadian Thanksgiving is next weekend. So they're going to fly home together. So excited. I FaceTimed with them yesterday because we watched the Big Brother finale. FaceTimed and we synchronized our TVs. Kerrigan actually went to Bryn's place yesterday so they could watch it, and Bryn got her there by tempting her with cookies and lunch. It takes a couple hours for them. It's only, if you're in a car, it would take like 40 minutes to get to each other, but because they're on buses and sky trains and everything, it takes 2 buses and a sky train, as Kerrigan would have us know. It's been great. They've been going to see each other. Bryn's gone over there a couple times, and Kerrigan's been to her place a couple times, so it's really good. School's going good. Bryn had to dissect a shark the other week, which is pretty cool. And she has like a field trip to the aquarium, the Vancouver Aquarium tomorrow, so she's excited about that. Ooh, look, I could do a little bit of color. This is from the other book, but that would work. My job has started but hasn't started. I've been doing some computer work. I haven't been in the homes yet, just scheduling and stuff. I just haven't been in. But I'll be starting next week sometime. So yeah, looking forward to it. It'll be good. I think I'll put this one in the middle with the Wizard of Oz thing in the middle. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, let's start. Well, you know what? I like this one in the middle. So let me do. That's the great thing about these too. You can flip them and flop them around until you decide you have it the way you want. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I meant to only put 7 because my other ones have 7. All right, so there we go. So there are my 3 signatures. This, I don't know if I should cut that. You know, well, I might do some tags and things hanging off, so I'll leave it for now and see what happens. All right, I'm just gonna stitch those together like I did with this one. So let me get my big ol' needle. Alrighty. I'm still gonna clamp it just to make it easier, so I'm not trying to hold them together while I stitch. So this journal is going to take me a while to do, but we'll just do it in parts. So today I was just doing the signatures, and then I'll come back and do the insides, and then I'll leave the cover for the end because I don't know how thick it's going to turn out, and I don't want to be confined to a certain thickness for the cover. Like, I want to be able to make the cover as thick as it needs to be, and I'm not going to know that until I get all the stuff into the journal. Coming up a little off to the side. What is happening? There we go. Oh, I got a big old knot. No. Oh, no, it's okay. All right, and we're gonna go all the way down to the end. And I'm pushing the needle on my desk to try to push it through. Ah. I'm gonna make a hole in my mat. There we go. Okay. And just pull that up and then back down in the middle. There we go. I'm just gonna put this thread on the other side because I appear to be coming up on this side. And there we go. All right, so we've got our 3 signatures put together. I'll just do a quick flip through before I go and show you what they look like. So I will be coming back from time to time to work on this, and I'll show you what I'm doing. Sometimes I will do things off camera and, or not off camera, but just not live, and I'll do a voiceover. Because sometimes it's a lot of pressure if you don't know really what you're going to do when you're trying to think and do at the same time, especially on camera. But yeah, and I'm glad that I'm only doing the 3 signatures for now, and then I can always add to it. If I need to do a 4th signature, I can do that. So yeah, so that's the 2nd signature, and then this is the 3rd one. And I love all these illustrative pages. So there you go. All right, so I hope you guys are good. I hope everyone is safe, happy, and healthy. And I'll be back with some more videos soon. All right, take care, guys. See ya.